Hello, English 9. This is Miss Long, and I hope you've had a fabulous weekend here in January. If you watched the Bronco game today, woo! That was a pretty intense game. I can't believe it. I don't think I've seen anything quite so close when it comes down to 12 seconds and you don't know who the winner of the game is. So, Super Bowl, here we come. But on a more schooly note, schooly, is that a word? Yeah, it is. On a more school-like note, we are beginning session 3 of Unit 5, and that is where we finish off the book Night and really start to work with the whole reason for reading it in the first place. So with this video, I simply want to walk you through our session. We will have these assignments coming through. The work ethic bonus, as usual. If you've been doing that, then please continue. You need to do it for one more session after this, and then you'll get that bonus. The weekly journal, the dialectical journal, that's the quotations, a class discussion over the book, a quiz over the book, and then an extra credit opportunity at the end. So let's take a look at this. The weekly journal, what I've seen of your journal so far is really great. You're getting the concept. Some of you were a little bit confused at the beginning because this is something that Mrs. Sopiarz-Rianda did not do, but I think that you're making some good connections and getting an opportunity to do some different types of writing. Well, this week's prompt relates to the book Night. Toward the end of this book, Elie Wiesel and his father must make some pretty difficult decisions. Actually, throughout the book, they make a lot of decisions. And any one of those little decisions could have changed their fate. When they're getting ready to leave the ghetto and they hear a knock on the window, someone who's begging them to escape, that could have made a difference. We have a lot of decision in our lives. They make a pretty profound decision that could have affected his father's life. Sometimes we don't know what the decision is going to lead to. We make a decision and realize later, wow, that was a big decision. That really totally affected me. But we don't realize that at the time. So your prompt this week to journal about a half page, 20 minutes of writing, that's the goal here, is to take a look at a decision that you've made and the impact it's had on your life. Now, it could have been a deliberate decision, something you were very conscious of at the time, or it could have just been one of those casual decisions and you don't really know at the time that it's going to have an impact. So explain the circumstances. What were things like before your decision? What decision did you make? Why did you make that decision? And what was the outcome or the consequence of it? And just to be a little bit science fiction-y, can you speculate what your life might have been like if you'd made another decision at that time? Hopefully a fun prompt for you. Okay, the next assignment that you're going to be doing is Unit 3's dialectical journal, or Session 3's dialectical journal. Same thing as before, you're going to be collecting quotes on this paper here, responding to them, analyzing, not just summarizing what's happening in the book, but why is that particular quotation significant? So you'll fill out the third form, make your copy. The questions this week are a little bit different. So you've been doing a great job on those too. I've been very impressed with what I've seen. So keep it up. This is our last one for the book. When you get done with the quotations in the journal, you'll want to move on to our discussion. And remember, for a discussion, you need to post throughout the week. So you may even want to bookmark this page, the discussion page, and go back to it several times. And I am really looking forward to a rich discussion. This is a very impactful book for many people. I say that word with a little bit of disdain as an English teacher, but many people use the word impactful, which is kind of not really a word, but it's kind of become a word. And it really fits here. It's a book that makes an impact on people. So we're going to have a good discussion on that using one of these prompts here. But you may want to review the discussion expectations. Now, this is a video that Mrs. Sopiarz-Rianda used, I believe, last semester, but it's the same expectations that I would have for you. So pay attention to that as you participate multiple times on our discussion. After you're done with the discussion, and not before Wednesday, you'll take a quiz over your book. This is a quiz. It's multiple choice, true, false. It's worth 40 points, and it's a one-shot deal. So make sure you read the book before you attempt to take the quiz. Review the book. Don't just take it casually. Now, I want to note that this may be different than Mrs. Sopiarz-Rianda has done, but I don't want it released until Wednesday because that really shortens the window of people taking it. Gives you a chance to finish off the book and make sure that you finish off the book rather than just casually take it Monday and see what you could guess. So I want you to take the time on Monday and Tuesday to finish up the book and take that quiz when you're done. Okay, then the last opportunity this week is an extra credit opportunity It happens to be that the liberation of Auschwitz was January 27th, originally 1945, but this is actually the 71st anniversary this week. And it's the anniversary of when the Russians came in and liberated the poor souls who did actually make it through the rest of the trauma. So for extra credit, you can go to a source like Google News or any other major news source and just look and see what kind of coverage you might find. So if I type in Auschwitz here, I can find news. Auschwitz, yep, there you go. I can find news of things that are happening in the last couple of days. And for extra credit, write up what that article is about and how you relate to it. And that will be an opportunity available to you. At this point then, that's the end of this session. In the final session, Unit 4, you'll be doing a creative project that kind of pulls things all together. So make sure you've read the book and kept those quotations, and you'll be really glad. Also, you'll use the quotations this week on the discussion. So keep that up, finish the book, and be prepared to tell what an impact it made on you. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.